Okay, this is a short tutorial in solving for x by transposing and checking by substitution, okay? So solving for x, basically when you solve for x or any unknown, okay, it might be x, it might be y, z, a, r, q, m, whatever letter, they're all unknowns, okay? We do that by transposing. OMG, transposing, that's such a big word. Yeah, but it just means how do I transfer one term to the other side of the equation? Because remember, when we want to solve for x or any unknown, we want to leave the variable, okay? We want to leave x by itself in one side of the equation, okay? So for this one, let's just call this the left-hand side and this the right-hand side, okay? So if x is at the left-hand side, we pretty much want to leave x by itself in the left-hand side. And that means everything else, the 6 and the -5, need to be transposed to this side, to the right-hand side, okay? So how do we do that? Again, as I said, we do that by transposing. Now, there is an order in transposing. We add or subtract first, okay, before we multiply or divide, okay? Now, also in transposing, we talked about this. We're talking about reciprocal, okay, reciprocal operations, meaning, okay, add and subtract our partners, multiply and divide our partners, okay? It's like the opposite because we want to cancel things, okay? So let's look at this equation we have here. 6x minus 5 is equal to 7. So we are looking for x. What is the value of x? So that when we check by substitution later on, if we put in that value, it will equal to 7, okay? So a lot of you have an idea of how to do this, but I don't want you to do any shortcuts because shortcuts lead to mistakes, okay? So let me just rewrite the equation again. So 6x minus 5 equals 7. So the first step, okay, looking here, we want to do add or subtract first, okay? So let's look at this one. There is a -5 here. So what do we do so we can move the -5 to the right-hand side of the equation? That means we need to use the reciprocal operation, okay? So what is the reciprocal of -5? The opposite or reciprocal of -5 is +5, okay? So notice, I wrote the +5 right below the -5 because they are like terms. Okay, make your life easy and simple. Put the like terms beside each other already so you can easily calculate later on. Okay, the next thing you have to remember, whatever you do to the left-hand side, you need to do the same to the right-hand side so that it keeps the equation. It's equal. So what you do to the left, you have to do to the right. So if I added 5 plus 5 to the left, I need to add plus 5 to the right side. Okay? Now, I know some of you are doing this. 6x minus 5 plus 5 equals 7 plus 5. This is okay if your equation is very short. But what if you have a longer equation? You will get confused, okay? So it's more logical. It's more logical to put the like terms already beside each other so that you can easily calculate, okay? So -5 plus 5, we can cancel because -5 plus 5 is equal to 0. Then we bring down the 6x, okay, equals, what is 7 plus 5? 12. Okay, so the next step, how do we get rid of the 6? What is the operation? In algebra, remember, if there is no sign, then it is multiplication, okay? So what is the reciprocal of multiplication? It's division. So in order to get rid of the coefficient, this is the coefficient, remember? In order to get rid of the coefficient, we divide it by the value of the coefficient because we want it to equal to 1. So I divide by 6, and again, whatever I do to the left-hand side, I need to do to the right-hand side. So if I divided by 6 in the left-hand side, I need to divide by 6 in the right-hand side as well. Okay, so this cancels because 6 divided by 6 is 1. Okay, so you're left with 1x. And if the coefficient is 1, do we still need to write it? No. So that's why x is left by itself. Okay, equals 12 divided by 6 is 2. So do you see? We started out with 6x minus 5 on the left-hand side, but by transposing, okay, step by step, transposing, x was left by itself, and we were able to calculate the value of x equals 2, okay? So that is the beginning. Now, the next thing you have to do is to check by substitution. Check by substitution is the same as solving by substitution, except this one, you're trying to check if your calculations are correct. So to do that, you need to go back to the original equation, okay? 6x minus 5, let me just put a line there, equals 7. Then you check by substitution. We know x is equal to 2. So substitute already. Minus 5 equals 7. 6 times 2 is 12 minus 5 equals 7. 12 minus 5 is 7 equals 7. That's it. If the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side, okay, then that means this is correct. Okay, that means your calculations are correct. That is exactly what solving for x or any unknown by using transposing is. Okay, bye-bye.